Yes, we are live. Hello.
We're here. We're doing it.
We're here. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Hello and welcome. I am so excited you're here. This is my sister, Joseffa. I am so excited for this live stream today to do this with my sister.
Yes. Hello,
Yes.
everybody. Glad to be here. Excited
So,
on YouTube.
yes, exactly. So, Joseffa is in New Jersey, where it is 10 a.m. right now,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the Netherlands, where it's 4 p.m. So let us know where you are watching from. If you are watching, let us know where you're watching from. Leave us a comment and send in any questions that you have, because we would love to hear your questions today. We're going to talk about YouTube. So Joseffa has a huge following on YouTube, over 50,000 subscribers. Well, it's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot, Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, echt waar. And and today I would love to ask questions on how this happened, how you started, and give us your tips on how to grow your YouTube channel, optimization, how to work with sponsors, how to get really good thumbnails, all the good stuff. We want to hear from you, Joseffa. So Joseffa's channel is youtube.com/Joseffa Trip. So if you don't know about this channel, definitely check it out, of course. And all right, you ready,
I'm ready.
Steph? Okay,
Hello,
let's
Clyde
start.
Kelly.
Hello, hello. Let's start with hi, Clive. In England, hello. Joseffa, you need to do your accent and say
Yeah.
hello.
No.
Well, I think you should. Anyway, welcome, Clive. Okay, let's start with the very first tip, Joseffa. What is your tip? First, I would love to hear a little bit of background, because your channel has 50,000 subscribers, but how did you get to that? Was this ever something that you thought of and thought, well, I'm just going to create this channel and then I'm really going to try to build it and have a ton of subscribers? Or how did this come to be?
Mm, I wasn't thinking, okay, within a year I'm gonna have this many subscribers. It was just so what happened was we were on vacation, David and I. So my channel is with David, my husband, and I, and kind of our niche is Dutch things and
Mm-hmm.
his reaction on Dutch culture. Anyway, we went to the Netherlands for vacation, and I was like, oh, I should make some videos because why not? And that was well received. There was
Ah.
a local newspaper that did a little article.
Oh, the Oost-Stellingwerfer. Or really?
Yeah, there were like 1,000 people that watched it, and we're like, we just went viral.
Oh, so
And then,
that was the first video,
um, I
or
mean,
one
that
of the first?
one of the first videos. That's kind of how it started. It was really funny because so we had a little article in the newspaper, right? And we're from a very small town in the Netherlands.
Oosterwolde, Friesland.
Hey. And we went to the what is a fishboer? What's that in English? Fish
I, that's a,
fishermen, local
hmm.
fishermen. And there was a lady there, and she said, were you on YouTube? And my husband was like, yes. In the small town of the Netherlands. Anyway,
So
that's how
this
it
is what it's like to be
started.
famous. That's
Oh my
what
god,
it's like.
so famous. That's how it started. And then we kind of took a little break. And then I was like, okay, you know what? What I can do is try to actually go for it. And I kind of um, told myself I'm going to upload a video every Friday. And
Ah.
yeah, so I told myself I have to upload a video every Friday. Doesn't matter if people watch it or not. And then one video that I uploaded kind of went a little bit viral about 2 months after I posted it.
And which video was that?
Where I only speak Dutch.
I think I have a clip, right? Is that the one? Is that the video? It's the one. It's the one. Okay, let me see. Because now I need to find the clip. So this is where you decided to only speak Dutch to David. And did he know? Did he know that you were?
For this one, he definitely did not know.
Oh, so this is a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look, like short look at the video. Here we go.
Joseffa is only going to speak Dutch today to David.
Wait, for real?
Which he doesn't know. Yay!
3, 2, 1! We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Zooming through the sky, little lights on.
Rechtdoor op Main Street rechtsaf. Snap je?
Main Street.
Rechtsaf.
Wax on.
Rechtsaf.
Wax on.
Wax off.
We kunnen daarachter bij die ene winkel daarachter. Daarachter parkeren.
The last 3.
Daarachter!
8.
8, ja. Ook. Dit is voor. Nu zijn we ervoor. Maar dat is de achter.
That's... What?
Kijk.
Here's Main Street.
He's so confused. What? Behind? So that was the first video that
kind of went a little viral.
And what do you mean by a little?
Okay, so what happened was at first it had, I don't know. How many views did that video have at first, David? Like 120 maybe. And then literally overnight it gotten like 5,000, and then the next day it was like 10,000, and then it kept going up and up and up to like 100,000, something like that.
Oh,
and 700. Yeah.
Wow. So that went really fast.
Yeah.
So that was the first time you had and what was that like?
Happening? I was like, what's happening? I kept getting like notifications.
Oh wow. Look, Barbara, hi.
Hello.
Welcome. And Sabina. And that's your sister, yes, from Ademiek's live session. Clive, and who else is there? Or Taylor. Hi, Taylor. And who else? Oh, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Just wanted to say welcome to everyone.
Also, if you do have questions, you can comment it.
Yes, please let us know any questions you have. So let's dive into the 7 tips, because you have 7 tips for people you've learned a lot, I'm sure, because you've been doing this for more than 2 years now, right? Is it about 2 years?
So yeah.
So about 2 years. So what have you learned? What are some of the things that you have learned in the past couple of years? Let's start with the first tip. Tip 1 is find a niche.
Better. Find a niche. Yeah. So I guess it's really important to find a niche that you want to have a YouTube channel about, because you want to kind of narrow down what exactly it is that your channel is going to be about. It's very difficult to find an audience if you make a bunch of different videos about different things. And once you have a niche and there's an audience for it, the people will find it. So,
right.
Yeah. So that's basically it. Huh?
And how did you find your niche? Because you just said, well, we posted a video and then we discovered, ooh, this is something people actually enjoy. And then it really was picked up. And is that how you developed yours?
Yeah. So for us, that's kind of, I guess, the blessing and the curse of going viral, is because once there's one video that people really like, then those people will subscribe to your channel, and that's the only content that they want to see. So it's
Because of that video. Yes, yes,
that
yes.
video. So it's good to know beforehand what kind of videos you want to make. And our channel was more so going to be about just us and kind of traveling. That's why it's called Trippin' with Seth.
Right.
And so now it's kind of gone a little towards Dutch culture in the US because of that. As you can see, there was a lot of Dutch videos there.
Yes.
So I guess a good tip is to find a niche before you start your YouTube channel.
I see. Right. Because what I've learned is that if you have one video that does really well, it can really kick off your YouTube channel. So that can really, but then people will want more of the same type of video.
Content. Yeah.
Yes. Is that something that you, do you sometimes perhaps, I don't know, do you sometimes want to create other videos too? Instead of just the
We're
Dutch?
trying to kind of go away from the YouTube Dutch videos, I guess. Even though I do like them, but the original idea was more travel videos, which is why I started it in the Netherlands when we were traveling. Yeah, but sometimes it's difficult to come up with new content every week. So I was
Of course.
thinking that.
Look who's watching. Look who's watching. Who is that? I think it's Davita.
I think it's our sister.
I think it's our sister. Hoi Davita. Leuk dat je kijkt. There's Nicole and Taylor, who also went to UNT. Go Mean Green. All right. So you were talking about your audience, and that really brings us to the second tip, because that is know your audience, right? So once you have an audience, you kind of have to figure out what fits. Have you ever created something that didn't quite fit the audience? And what happens if you create something that maybe they don't like?
That's basically... Oh, sorry. Taylor said, do you have more American viewers or Dutch? More Dutch viewers. So that is kind of the thing when you have a video that goes really well is, like I said, people will kind of watch for those videos, unless there's also the diehards that are like, I love everything. But sometimes with other videos that don't necessarily do very well, it's about other things that I really like, but the audience maybe doesn't like.
And what happens if you still post something that your audience, do they unsubscribe?
Yeah.
Oh, really? So it's very like you immediately know if they don't like something.
Yeah, people on YouTube are very specific with what they want to watch. And so if there's something in their feed that they don't necessarily like, they're like, I don't really want to watch this, so I'm just going to unsubscribe because I don't want it in my feed.
Wow. So, okay. So you really have to think beforehand, who is your audience? What kind of content would they like to see?
Yeah.
All right.
Because then
now next, moving on.
Once you have that, you can keep creating videos that people want to watch.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Now, tip 3, be yourself. What do you mean with this?
Be yourself. You don't have to be someone else.
Oh, thank goodness. Be like Joseffa.
Yeah. Well, sometimes there's people that are like, oh, I want to make a YouTube channel. And then they look at other people's YouTube channels and they replicate what they see from there. But it just doesn't work because people will always see you for who you really are. And so it doesn't work. And people like seeing someone that's just themselves. And you don't have to be like other people's channels. You can make your own channel. And like I said, there's niches for everything. There's definitely a structure to your typical YouTube videos, but then there's also channels that do really well that you're like, what? How is this doing really well? Like there's this channel my sister Defita, if she's still here, actually showed me, and it's all
Hi,
about
Defita.
this guy that shows himself doing yard work, and
Show us. Show
and he
us.
has, oh yeah, I'll show it, and he has 200,000 subscribers, and it's literally just him doing yard work, and it's 20 minutes of, do you see this?
Yes, almost. I have to add it. There we go. Yep, I can see it.
It's just him, like,
Wow.
this is 40 minutes.
Oh, wow. So and it's real time. Like he's not fast forwarding.
For some parts he does, but my sister Defita showed me this channel because she watches it. Because it's like a satisfying, thing to watch.
Right.
And so
Yes.
you don't have to be like another channel where they could have been like, hey guys, today we're going to clean the yard. Watch this.
Right. That would not fit. No,
It
no,
wouldn't
no, no.
fit for the type of
Right.
video. So just be yourself. And
Yes, yes. And I'm sure then, once you have found that niche, then understand your audience and understand what type of content matches that. All right. So we have a question from Nicole. It's a long question. So I think we have to read it together. What do you think?
okay, at the same time.
Okay, let's try this. With algorithms changing daily and new features coming out every day, it seems like what is the biggest thing a person or a brand can do to increase their engagement across all platforms, aside from making it all intentional content? So what is the biggest thing a person or a brand can do to increase engagement across any platform? YouTube, Facebook,
Across any
LinkedIn,
platform.
Instagram. Yes, that's a big question.
Yeah.
Any advice for that? I think what we were just talking about, being yourself, can be a good start. So basically what we just said, right? So you first start with your audience. Whenever I create a video, doesn't matter for what kind of company, I first always start with who is my viewer. So I always talk about the 3 P's: people, platform, purpose. So the first P, people. Who is your people? Who is your ideal viewer? Then secondly, your platform. Which platform can you find them on? Where do they really want to see your content? Which is, of course, what we've been talking about. And purpose is, what would you like them to do or think or feel? And I think that is a really good foundation. If you have that, if you know your audience, if you know where you can find them, that is the foundation. And most companies don't have the foundation right. It sounds so basic, so simple, but I do so many video trainings, and when I ask people these 3 questions, and usually they're like, one of the questions they don't really know. So I would start there.
And then once you have interaction, or once there's people that are commenting, it is really important to actually respond to those comments as well, because that creates more interaction. And for YouTube really likes that too, because it creates more comments, and then more people see the video. So there's a lot of things for YouTube specifically that you can do. You can add chapters to your video so that people know what's coming up in a video. You can add your comment to the video and pin it. Good title.
So you can pin your own comment. Is that what you're saying?
Pin your own comment with a question for something about in the video that people can comment on, your comment.
Right. So you're trying to create more interaction.
Trying to create more interaction and trying to create your own little community. Yeah.
Yes. And the next question from Nicole really matches. Can you talk about the importance of responding intentionally?
Yeah. So that is what I do a lot, is if I see that a video isn't necessarily doing very well, sometimes
Okay.
I just respond to every comment.
Really?
And I just to create more interaction on YouTube because YouTube likes that. And then
Yes.
pin a comment and all of that. Yeah.
So whenever you notice a video is not doing so well, this is your main thing that you do, is you respond on every comment. So that must take you forever. And then do you see people coming back to the video and then perhaps
Yeah.
responding as well?
Mhm.
Okay.
And then, you share your video on other platforms on Instagram. Hey, I made this video, link in my bio, and you do a little
Yes.
view to your video to kind of,
Exactly.
yeah.
And that's what Taylor is actually saying as well. He says, I think make your product in each platform has a purpose. YouTube, look at this wedding video I made. Instagram, here's how pretty it was. And Facebook, curious how I did that. Watch this. So that is actually a really nice way to look at this. Every platform
Yeah.
has its is a different, it's like every platform is a different, I don't know,
There's
animal.
different kind of people also on every platform. With
Yes.
people on YouTube, when people go on YouTube, usually, at least for our channel, they go on YouTube to actually watch videos. People go
Right.
on Facebook go to just scroll.
Right.
Yeah.
So YouTube is a very different audience.
So
So there's
yeah. So like that guy that had a 40-minute video, he can do it because it's on YouTube and people are actually going on there because after a long day of work, what do I want to do? I'll go on YouTube and watch a guy do his yard work. But if you post that kind of content on Facebook, it wouldn't really work.
Right. No, that would be very different. That would be very different. There's David. Hi, David. Family full of rock stars. Whoop, whoop. All right. Now let's move on to tip number 4, which you already kind of talked about a little bit. But give us some more tips. So using good thumbnails. I know that this is a huge thing on YouTube. So you have to make sure that people click on the thumbnail. What do you do? So how do you optimize your thumbnails, your videos?
I mean, so for me, it's kind of like a creative thing of what do I think looks good for this type of video. For a lot of my Dutch videos, I've got, as you can see, the Dutch flag in the back. So people immediately see what the video is about.
Right. Like these. Yes.
Yeah. It should be kind of, when people see the thumbnail, it should be an immediate, oh, this is what the video is about.
Right.
Then again, it depends on your niche. So the kind of videos that we make are very YouTube-y, right?
Right.
But if you look up like how-to videos, how to change your light bulb in your fridge or whatever, look at
Let's
other
look that up. How
yeah,
to
look at-
change your light bulb in your fridge. Okay. Okay, here we go. How to replay. Oh, look at that.
Oh, very.
See, so this one actually has text in it. So I'm immediately drawn to that one.
Right.
Oh, and this one is branded. Oh, this one looks old. 11 years ago. Wow. That is really old. Oh,
But
look.
it helps to kind of see how other people have done it and maybe how you can do it better or how you can kind of try to recreate it. So yeah, it definitely depends on the niche that you're looking for. Because as you can see, what I have is very like
in your face. Yes. And you always have your face or David's face in it too. So you always have a person with, it looks like you always have a person with some sort of expression.
Yeah.
Is that something you're looking for? So maybe you're trying to create a screenshot or something of, and then you edit it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I want to show you some of the videos that I watch on a daily basis and I choose based on the thumbnail. Hold on.
Ah, nice. Show us. Yes.
Which is, again, very niche, but very different thumbnail from the kind of thumbnail that I do.
Hi from Jakarta. Hello.
Can you see?
Hi, Diana. And David says you have a new subscriber. Whoop, whoop.
Aw, yay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, almost. Hold on. Yes, we can see it now.
Okay, so this is very very niche. But I listen to a
I
lot
know,
of
it's very niche.
I listen to a lot of ASMR, and I've recently
So,
come
to
across
people who are not familiar with ASMR stuff, can you explain this?
um,
You
they've
have
just
to.
laughing. They've just laughing in the background. Okay, ASMR is like sounds that are satisfying to listen to. For me specifically, it's just rain. Then there's people that really like that are way more into it than I am. That are like nails on like a keyboard or something. I'm
Oh,
not that weird.
I
Okay?
can't stand that sound. I
Yeah,
don't know.
or like people
No.
eating. That's a
Oh,
thing.
no, that's
It's a thing. It's a thing.
it's a thing. Okay.
Anyway,
So anyway, so that's ASMR. So now let's take a look at this channel or the thumbnails.
So talking about thumbnails, right? So my kind of thumbnails, because my videos are so kind of out there, our thumbnails are very out there. Now for this is literally 8 hours of rain. So you want your thumbnail to look like you can relax while watching this.
Right.
And I look at this thumbnail and immediately I'm like, oh, I want to be there. I want to click.
Yes. I can
And
see
so
that.
I watch it. And so it's very important, again, to know your niche, know your audience, what they would click on, kind of look at other channels and what they're doing, what's successful for them, and
Right.
make a thumbnail based on that. And for your title, what you can do is you can, I don't know if I can show you that too.
Yes, please show us. And while you're working on that, can you tell us which tools you use for creating the thumbnails? A question.
I use Photoshop, but I'm sure there's other things like Canva you can use as well.
Canva. Yes, I love Canva. So if you have Photoshop, it's wonderful, and if you know how to work it too.
Yeah.
But I don't, and I personally can highly recommend Canva.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So for titles, it's very important what you put in your title, not only because people will click on it based on what's in your title, but also because YouTube will either recommend your video based on your title or not. So let me just share a screen of TubeBuddy, which you can add on YouTube.
Oh, so you use TubeBuddy.
Mm-hmm. You can see my screen now, right?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, this is my channel. This is TubeBuddy right here. And then you can do Keyword Explorer. So if I put in like speaking Dutch or something, and you can see, oh, I'm very poor.
So what does it mean, very poor? That you should not be using those words?
Well, it says right here what it means. It's search.
Yeah, but it's too small for me.
Oh, okay. Sorry. And the keyword is search very often, but it is bad to target because it's extremely competitive. Because I'm your competitor.
Because I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, but this is wonderful. So you type in phrases or words, and then you can see how the competition in that specific.
So now I did speaking Dutch. Say you do a video on speaking Dutch. Of course, speaking Dutch is too small. So if you put speaking Dutch for 24 hours, immediately it changes your overall score to very good.
Oh, this is nice. And so TubeBuddy, is this a free tool?
Yep. But you can also upgrade and you get more things with it. But
okay,
it's very good to have, especially also for tags and everything like that, because tags are very important too. Things in your description are very important. You want to describe as much as possible what's in your video. One more thing that you can do, I'm going to share my screen one more time. Sorry.
Yes. No, Seth, please go ahead. Share your screen.
Let me just show you my latest video as an example. It's due right here. Okay, so can you kind of see this? Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
when you have TubeBuddy, you can also see this on the right-hand side right here. And it gives you an SEO score and all the things that you can do to get a better SEO score.
Wow. That is
So,
amazing.
it's best.
So
to-
what is it telling you to do for you to get a better, I mean, does it say
So-
anything?
Yeah, so I didn't pin a comment. I didn't add an info card, and a high-res thumbnail would better my SEO. But
Right.
I kind of trusted my audience that this video would do well, which it did.
It did really well. So anyone who doesn't know, Joseffa came to the Netherlands, I think it was 2 weeks ago, for the first time in 2 years, and she surprised our family. So it was a lovely video. Yes.
Yeah. And so here you can see all the tags that I have: surprising family, surprising parents, surprising my family, reunion, family reunion. And one thing that is a good practice to do, because people, whenever they watch a YouTube video, no one's going to sit, well, not a lot of people will sit and just watch it and
Right.
not scroll at all. People tend to scroll to the part that they want to go to. So with YouTube, what you can do is, I don't know if you can kind of see this, but
Yeah, a little bit.
So I added chapters. Can you see it better now?
Yeah, I'm going to try to.
Chapters. So you can see now I'm leaving the US. Now I'm arriving in the Netherlands. And here is
Right.
the surprise, what people are watching for. So people that don't want to watch the whole video will go straight here, and
Right.
then they'll stay longer on your video. So how you
Right.
do that is, go back. How you do that is right here I have my description, and then here you can put in your time codes,
Ah,
create
nice.
chapters.
That is so helpful, and I'm sure it really helps, like you said, it really helps with people to have them keep watching.
Yeah. You can do that with any kind of video. For your company video, you can do that. If you're explaining something, here's my intro, here's how I show you how to take out the light bulb in the fridge, how to choose which light bulb, how to put the light bulb back in, and now here's an outro. So you can do it with any kind of video.
You can, yes, of course. All right, here's a question from Adam. Have you recently managed to rank any YouTube video on the first page of Google for specific keywords? And what process did you follow to do this? Is this something that you do? Is this a goal for you to rank on
probably
Google?
a goal for sure. I do know that I am on, if you Google my name specifically, then you will see my videos there on Google listings.
Right.
But I don't necessarily do stuff like that.
No. Okay. Next question from Nicole. We get this question a lot. Is it more important to be visible on every popular social platform, even if you're not super active on each platform? Is it more important to be everywhere, or is it best to spend more intentional time in fewer platforms where your target audience is more engaged? So it needs to be more intentional, more meaningful.
I mean, I don't know what your answer is going to be, but for me personally, if your audience is on a specific platform already, to me, it just makes sense to be on that platform.
Yes.
If you have time to post on other platforms, why not? Something might come out of it. But I think if it would be best to create a little community on that platform where your people are already at.
Yes, I agree. I always say, when you are on all the different platforms, oftentimes what happens is people are spread out too thin, because you have to also maintain all the different channels and make sure that all the videos or whatever you're posting, that everything is updated, you're responding to all the comments. Usually it's a lot better to do 1 or 2 channels really good
Yeah.
than to do a lot of channels just okay. So if you already can, tell that your audience really is responding to your videos on a specific channel, then put all your energy there. And as Joseffa said, it's okay to still put videos and content on other
If
channels.
you've
It can't
got
hurt.
time for it, you know.
Yes.
But who
But-
has time?
No one has time. Ain't nobody got time for that. So Brian asks, hey, Brian Weinberg, how do you know which platform your audience is on?
That's a great question. It
Yeah.
just depends on your brand and your.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can answer it for me personally. I was posting all these videos on YouTube and Facebook for quite some time, but it didn't actually catch on. I didn't actually get an audience until I started posting on LinkedIn. And
Right.
that's when I knew my audience was on LinkedIn. So sometimes it also takes just trying out posting in different places. And it can take some time before you realize where your audience is actually at.
Yeah.
But then when you found it, stay there.
And you also can have to kind of know like the age range of people on
Right.
different platforms. If you're going on TikTok, you're dealing more with the Gen Z. If you're going on YouTube, again, kind of very niche, but it's kind of more millennials. And then if you're on LinkedIn, it's more business professionals. So yeah.
Yes, exactly. So you also kind of have to, keep in mind which platform. All right. Tip 5, use interaction. How do you, because we all know this, right? So you're supposed to interact with everything that you're posting online, but how do you personally do this? How do you use interaction? And you already said that if a video doesn't work, is not doing that great, that you're commenting on each comment. Is there any other way that you're trying to get more interaction on your videos?
Sure. I mean, you can actually, so when you have YouTube, you can also use other platforms to reach out to your viewers. So I have Instagram for my diehard fans, and sometimes I'll do a little Q&A, and people will ask me questions on Instagram that I'll make a video on YouTube.
Ah, that is lovely. And you also have at the end of the video, you have the Dutch word of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
sometimes
people will
that's sent
comment.
in.
Yeah, people will comment what Dutch word of the day they want to have, and then I will put that in the video. And so that way you actually create a little community. People want to keep watching your videos because, they're part of it. They're part of your video.
Yeah, and you make it more personal that way.
Yeah.
So if you
And I want to
mention
too.
someone's
I like
name,
the people,
I like you. I like the people.
you too.
All right, now let's talk about sponsorships because this is something different, right? And I know that you have had quite a few sponsorships on your YouTube channel, but what would your advice be for companies who are trying to perhaps be seen on YouTube and they're approaching different YouTube channels or influencers? What are your tips? What do you not want?
Again, it's all about your niche and your audience. If your company is about, I can't think of an example, like
Light bulbs.
Light again, the fridge light bulbs. It doesn't really make sense to approach a beauty guru on YouTube. So, right. and I have had many people approach me that I know that it's just a bulk email and just saying, hey, do you want to put us in your video for nothing? And it doesn't do anything for me, and it also doesn't do anything for you because there's not the right audience on my channel.
But you recognize those emails, right? So is it to you, is it like just skip the emails? Can you tell which ones are just,
yeah, I mean, you can tell because it looks like a template.
Hello, blank. I love your channel, name channel.
Yeah, it's usually like, hi, Joseffa. your channel was so exciting to me. I loved your content so much.
Right.
our
But
brand.
nothing personal, maybe about you or David or the Netherlands or
Right.
anything. So you know that they've actually seen your videos.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the final tip.
Tip number 7 that I also need to have in my life is be consistent.
You have been really consistent, Joseffa. So maybe the last few months it's been a bit difficult, but before that you were very consistent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how has that helped you? How has that helped the channel?
Well, like I said, I started and I actually said to myself, and I also made a little banner at the top and announced to people, hey, I'm going to be uploading a video every Friday. And
Ooh, so then you had to.
then I had to. Yeah.
Here it says, but now you've added
changed
something,
the
but it's
banner.
really small. It's really small. I'm trying to zoom in, but no.
And before it said new video every week, new video every Friday. Now it says new video every week. Unless not, then another time.
I love that. So yeah, you're giving yourself some slack here.
Because you have to realize that making videos takes a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe the videos that I make take a long time. It can take 2 days to make a whole video, if not 3.
Wow. Yeah. So listen, 2 days, 2 full days for you to create a video.
Yeah.
So that is a lot of work. And a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah. And so if that's something you want to do, you also have to realize that you're going to put in 2 days of work, maybe with no outcome. Maybe a family member will comment on it and that's it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, and when that happens, you still have to stay consistent and keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, and that I'm sure that is probably the most difficult part of all this, because there's no big boss, there's no one here telling you have to upload a video on Friday. So it's really from your own motivation that you keep, doing. And I know it's a lot of fun too. So
it is a lot of fun.
Let's not forget that. But yes, but it's also a lot of hard work.
It is also a lot of hard work, but it does help to know what kind of video you're going to make, how to kind of think about what you're going to say in the video. What has helped me specifically is saying to David, and if we have other people in our video, okay, we're only going to shoot for 30 minutes or 40 minutes. And then you know what's coming up. And you know how long it's going to take to edit.
Yes. Oh, that is really good. So you give yourself a specific amount of time, and then it's like then you know as well. Well, it's only 40 minutes. It's only an hour filming. Yeah. But then the editing, that's the biggest part.
Well,
right?
that's also because
because you're really good at it, Joseffa. So if you haven't seen her, we should do a live stream on just the editing, because I think people would absolutely love that. Anyone who's watching, if you want to see a live stream on Joseffa's editing skills and how she does what she does in her YouTube channel, I mean, I love how she edits certain transitions between clips and stuff, or edits to the music. We should really just highlight some of your edits. Anyway, so if you're watching, what?
An editing tutorial?
Something like that. Yes, I think so. Okay.
One more question. What is a good balance for using script and being spontaneous in the videos? That's very good. Usually, so David, do you want to say something?
Yes, David, say something.
Okay.
You can come here. David said, I don't want to interrupt.
Okay. No. Come here. I'm just going to put you.
Okay. Well, before he comes here, because it's going to take him a bit to come here, I will say, so usually you have to have someone that'll kind of stick to the planning of the video. You have to leave room to be spontaneous. I kind of keep in mind, okay, we've had 5 minutes to kind of ramble on, so let's go back, let's reel it into to stick to the script. So
Right.
sorry. So so if I have 30 minutes or 40 minutes of shooting, and there's certain things that I want to highlight, you have to know, okay, so there's within 10 minutes, we're going to go to the next thing. And then the next 10 minutes, we're going to go to the next thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really good. That is really good. So you have to be pretty strict then.
You have to be pretty strict, because otherwise you're going to keep shooting for forever, and you are not going to use it in the video.
And then you're editing forever too.
You're editing forever to just take out stuff that you're not going to use anyway. But it's good to be spontaneous in the videos, because again, that's what makes that's what shows the people who you are, and that you can be yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to just have a script and stick to it.
No, I would highly recommend just showing you as well, right? Really, we want to see the real you, which is something we'll talk about in a little bit, because we have a course. But now we want to see David. Hello.
Hi.
Do you have a
Hello,
David? He is also on my channel, or it's mainly us, really. Do you have a good tip for balance for using script and being spontaneous? Because
there we go.
You're the one that's more spontaneous, and then I'm the one that's like, okay.
Now let's get back to the script.
Because in my head, I'm already like, I have to edit that out.
Don't be so funny.
No, I definitely think, you're definitely, that's why it works, because I tend to be more spontaneous. Like if I think of something, I'm just going to say it. Because like, if it's gold, it's gold. If it's not, then you know it's going to go somewhere. Like it's not going to be in it.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely have a certain amount of time that you want to shoot, and then just a lot of time for those spontaneous things to happen.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a really good combination, so having someone who is a bit more strict and having someone who's more, who can make jokes and stuff, and then, it keeps stuff in balance. Okay, let's see, because there's a question from Barber. Can he speak Dutch by now? Well, David, what do you say?
Ja, ik spreek Nederlands heel goed.
Yay! Heel goed, heel goed, heel goed. And here's one for Joseffa. I've seen Joseffa's editing in progress, and she's amazing. Please do a tutorial. Oh, yay. Thank you. That makes sense also for time management. And maybe then one final question from Nicole. Y'all mentioned spam DMs. What advice would you give to anyone who gets a shiny DM email offer for a company to increase likes for dollars? Discuss the difference between bot likes versus authentic likes. Is that something that you have experienced?
Bot likes?
So fake likes. Like
Fake
buying
likes. Like buying likes for
buying likes on YouTube, or buying likes on Instagram, or buying followers, or buying subscribers.
Never do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
No.
Is that the question?
I think so. What advice would you give to anyone who gets a shiny DM or email offer for a company to
likes? No.
Mm-mm.
No. Because
No.
No. One, it's you can get banned from YouTube if you do
There
that.
you go.
Instagram, I'm not sure if that's a thing on Instagram too, but I'm pretty sure that might be a thing. Also, there's no actual interaction. You don't really go anywhere with it, so don't do it. Even if you only get 10 views on your videos, it sounds really good to all of a sudden get like 10,000, but it doesn't get you anywhere, because it doesn't get you an actual audience.
Right. And that's what you want. You want to be real and authentic, and have actual connection with people. Barbara says fantastisch, which I think was meant for David. Good job, David.
Thank you.
All right. So I think we are slowly going to end this live stream. But Joseffa has one thing she has to say.
Well, I do have one more thing about being in front of the camera and being yourself. It's easy to say to be yourself in front of the camera if you're already comfortable in front of the camera. But if you're not, then we have an e-course.
Ta-da! It's like this was planned. How did we do this?
We have an e-course on 5 days to camera confidence, where we give a bunch of tips on how to be natural, how to be authentic in front of the camera, and all of that. And we're going to do that next year.
In January.
January.
Yes. So we're launching in January, and we are actually still working on the content. We have filmed everything, but I'm still working on the website. Joseffa is still working on editing. So this is brand new, and we have not announced this yet. I mean, we do share some behind the scenes every once in a while, but we have not announced this officially yet. So you have kind of have like this first, what is it called? Like a premiere?
Premiere.
I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, this is something we're working on, and I will try to see if I can finish up the page sometime today, and I will put a link to that below. But yes, we will start in January, and it's going to be a really fun course, but also very
really
useful.
Fun. Yeah, especially
Yes,
if you want to make a YouTube channel and be yourself and be authentic.
Yes. Yep.
So
And even, I mean, it could be on YouTube, it could be on LinkedIn or Instagram, or even in Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
So we all have to be in front of the camera, even if you don't want to. Sometimes you have to be in front of a camera. And how can you then make sure that your message comes across well? That's why we started this e-course. All right. So there's Monique. Hello. And Tia, I took your mini course last year, so I recommend the full to myself as well as others. That is wonderful. All right. I think we're done. Thank
you guys so much for joining us. Please let us know if you're wanting another live thing anytime.
Yes.
We love doing this. So yeah, thanks for tuning in.
It was wonderful. Thank you. And thank you, Joseffa and David, for your time as well. And yes, if you would like for us to create more live streams on any video topic, let us know what you are interested in. And perhaps we can do some editing tutorials or share tips on how to talk to a camera or something like that. So yes, look at that. People are interested. Hi, Michelle. All right. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.